Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to Awesome Calls Trading daily webinar. How are all of you? And I just want to say today has been just a really great day. We came in with a really nice game plan for all the clients of awesomecallstrading.com, and I'm really proud of some of these setups today. We're gonna the stock that made our list today. There was a lot going on, but I'll share with you a few of the things that really stood out for us. CLVS was definitely on my list. It was gapping up. RVNC had really nice news this morning and then halted, and I'll kind of tell you how we played that this morning. ALDX got an upgrade from our Citibank person. Momo and Cress had issues. They were both gapping up and down. For Solar, got an upgrade, so it was gapping up. MOV was gapping up quite a bit on earnings. Coop was gapping down. Dollar General was gapping down. Restoration Hardware was flying through the air. Netflix was also had a little bit of gap. I like to play Netflix when the market is down. WM, which is Waste Management, Goldman came out with a nice call this morning, and Alpha. We were trying to play the bounce since they bought a $3 million. I believe the CEO bought $3 million worth of stock. Anyway, I'm going to just kind of go over just briefly for the next 15 minutes, just a few plays that really came to how we traded them, and we're going to start with RVNC. RVNC this morning came out with some really great news about one of their. Hold on, I'll actually read the headline that I saw. It was all over Twitter. The halt was there, but basically they were giving an update on one of the drug. They had top line results on a phase 3 study. Now, again, phase 3 studies tend to sell off after initial halts, and that's something that a lot of traders don't really know of. But in Awesome Calls Trading, this is what we live for. So the call today on RVNC was, we noticed it closed at 2085. It halted and hit 23. So chances are it would probably get back to 23, but before it hits 23, because it popped on thin, I was basically waiting for a full gap fill, and I told everybody in the room I actually went long at 2085, and I risked to 20 to add. And if it hit 2050, make sure you add even more, because in my opinion, the stock was going to go back up to pre-market highs, and I made it very clear there was no risk on this trade, and I see it going back up to 23. So if you have never, ever in your life traded a stock, and you never day traded in your life, and you just needed $100, just to feel like what it's like to win on a stock, this was your stock. There was when I put on here in pre-market notes, there is no risk. Okay, I've been trading for 15 years. All right, if I scream out and I write there is no risk, and I take a position and I tell you my entry, in this room you don't think. You don't really need to think. You just press the button. That's it. That's all you have to do. And my job is to get that thing up to 23 and show you. Okay, so I wanted you to see how it worked out. If you did what I asked, came in the room, and you simply took the call, all you had to do is, and you can see the day before, here's the close, and then it halted. Okay, and let me put up the 1 day here. Here's the close, there's the halt, right here. Then it popped, came all the way down. The entry was $20.85. I said the stock would go to 23 and fill this gap up. As you can see, the stock almost is on its way to $25 a share. One trade, one execution, and you're done for the day. You didn't have to do any more trading for the rest of the day. And everyone in Awesome Calls Trading had the same opportunity. And you know, it is really rare that a trader of my caliber will come right out and say, no risk. But when I do, you can see what I mean. There is no risk on the trade. It just has an upside trend, and you don't need to short it. You just press a button, click, long, where do I get paid? Okay. Next stock was a stock called CLVS. Okay. Now CLVS was, what is this one? RVNC. CLVS was gapping up again. Yesterday gapped up because TSRO was up. Today, CLVS had its own news, and it was gapping up on its own news. And that news this morning was positive outcome in European opposition proceeding related to Rubaraka. Okay. Those kind of headlines, they don't do anything for me. I actually just kind of laugh. Okay. I want to read it to you again. Positive outcome in European opposition. I'm sorry. Is that an FDA approval? Is that EU approval? Is that a market cap increase of $10 million? What warrants a conversation to gap up $3-4 a share? Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, so the way I approach CLVS is just, hey, let it rip out of the gate, even in pre-market if you want to, but let it rip out of the gate. Start taking short at 23 or 22. Give it room to 23, and just take it down to 1975. I want you to see the call was written down 1 hour before the market. It was our number one pick. Take short 22 at the open. Look for another fade back to $19.75 and under. The higher it pops, the better the fade. Okay, again, this is not throwing darts. Okay, we don't throw darts in a chat room. All right, we have tons of day traders that come in here that rely on these notes. Okay, and the way we run this room, it's extremely professional. I'm not here to play games. I'm telling you, this is what a stock's going to do. Anticipate this move here, add here if it goes up a little bit more, and just rip it down to where I tell you. You don't have to really, and then what I do is then you can go and as the trade is working out, and let's just say you didn't even take the trade because you're in disbelief that any of that's going to work. And then after it all works, then in the middle at night, you can actually just study the webinar. You can listen to this again. Look at the setup. Look how I worded it. Okay? And then from there, you can make a decision. So, and then you can see how the trade worked itself out because I trade bios, ETFs, gold. It doesn't matter what it is. High tech stocks, I mean, big cap, low cap, small cap, penny. Hey, if it's got news behind it and it's gapping up, you better believe I'm on it. Okay? So I just simply looked at CLVS. I called out a 22 short, room to 23 to add, scale in, take it down, hit 1975. Stock hit $19.80. So I missed it by 5 cents. All right? So if you took short here, 500 shares, added on any pop, and you got $19 or $20, you made $1,000 on 500 shares. Another amazing trade that we did today was called Coop. Now, a lot of you don't play earnings in your chat rooms, and it's okay. Unfortunately, you're very limited to what you trade in some of your rooms, and it's okay. It's because the moderators that are running the rooms, they don't trade earnings. They don't know how to anticipate a move. They don't know how to figure out how to read the report. They're not interested in that. They want the easy trade. Oh, this should pull down 20 cents. Boo, look how great I am. Okay, no, we're all about points, serious money, cash in the bank, pay our bills. All right, this is how I've been trained and how I come up. Pay my bills. All right, and give the very best entry and exits for everyone in the room. Well, Coop had mixed numbers. They weren't blowout numbers. They were just mixed. But the one thing you have to know about Coop is it is a pretty well-known stock with investors. They do like this stock. And so with Coop, I tend to really look at what it closed at, and the way I anticipate to play Coop on earnings is I like to fill the gap first, and then I want to scale in short, and then I want to take it down for the day. And that's just how I trade Coop. And I trade it this is exactly how I trade it. All right, I look for the gap fill, scale in, and then shred it. Because at the end of the day, Coop disappointed on earnings. But before you shred it all day, you've got to be able to gap fill it first. And that's just the way certain stocks work a certain way. Trading 15 years, been trading the stock for about 3 years. I know how Coop works. Okay, so I want you to look how I wrote it up for everyone in the chat room. Okay, Coop, item number 8. Stop gapping down 4. I would like to see the pop towards 27 plus, scale in short, and fade it down to 63 and under. Okay, I cannot be any more clear on a call. Okay, and this is just number 8 of 12 different trades. I want the stock to pop at the open. So in other words, I'm telling you, don't start short yet. Wait, wait, wait. Okay? If I'm wrong, come at me. But you wait. You wait for that thing to pop through 67. And when it does, you begin scaling in. Use a 1.5, 2-point range to add into it in case it goes a little bit higher. But this stock will come down to 63, 64 to 63 in a flash. But you got to get to 67 first. So it's a race to 67 and then drop it like a bucket. Okay? Now you ready? Welcome to Awesome Calls Trading. Here's the chart. There's the words. Boom. You see how it hit right here on Coop? You see how it hit 63? You see how it hit 67 right there? There's your 67 entry. Pop at the open. Boom, 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 boom. Give it range. In case it pops more, you would add into it. Now watch. Now watch. In less than 9 minutes. Boom. 64. Boom. 63. Right there. 64. 63. Pop. You see how you make money in the room? You see it? Let's do it again. AJ said go 67 short, add on any other pop, take it down to 64, boom, or 63, boom. There is nothing to debate. There's nothing to argue about. There's nothing to talk about. You simply execute the trade. You don't make it excuses. You don't say I'm red for the day. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, I got shaken out. Stop. Not in here. All right? It's laid out, entries, exits, and why. I don't know any other chat room that you can do that in. Can you? Can you name one? Oh, that's right. They all copy our calls. So they all copy the same thing. All right? Really, really original. All right? This is why all these chat rooms are in here. This is what they need. They can't trade this market. They need us to trade it for them. Now, did this talk go down even lower? Yeah, because the market pulled. So what? But did it do exactly what we said it would do and bounce off that 63, 64? You're darn right it did. It went all the way up, back up to almost 66 a share. See, when traders come in here, they're looking to make their money. They want to get in and they want to get out. They want to live their life. So my job is to provide them ideas that they can do that. Here's another trade that we did today. All right. This one is called First Solar. Now, First Solar this morning decided Argus, which is a tier 3 firm, this morning decided to give an upgrade on the stock. Wrong day to do it. Let me tell you something. And so Argus right here upgrades the stock to $60 from a buy from a hold. Whoopie-doo. But the problem is it's a tier 3 firm. Tier 3 firms don't hold up in this market. And then you got a gap up. So you have every reason to short the stock. I'm not longing it. Dow's down 100. I am not longing this stock. There is no long in this stock. Not today. Okay? This stock is going to come down today. And that's all it's going to do. So all I care about is scaling in short and taking it down. Higher it goes towards 40. If it's gapping up, I want to get into that gap and get it. Now I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to show you a trick of trading. Okay? Now, you see yesterday? This is yesterday's First Solar. You see how it was bought up? There was no upgrade yesterday in First Solar. There was no price targets. There was no increases. They didn't do anything. So my guess is somehow it must have been leaked that Argus was going to bump the price up. So all these people were kind of buying, and they were waiting for the gap up to be up at 48, 49. But guess what? It only gapped up here. So all I told everyone in the room was fill the gap all the way back down here. Take it down, fill this, and might even go even lower. Why? Because when you look at the stock, you can see there's a gap to fill. You see it? Right there. So I actually anticipated it to come all the way down to this gap. That's right. So once it broke the support here, I knew it was coming down to here to fill the gap. So my first initial reaction to the stock when I saw it was short the stock, 47, whatever it is, 47.50, 47.20, 47.30. If it goes to 48, add, and take it down to 46.75 and under. Do not buy the stock until we get confirmation on bottom curl. Once it broke 46.75 and under, I knew it was going to fill that gap. So I kept traders in there to go short. Because throughout the day and throughout the morning, traders will ask, should I go long? Should I go long? Should I go long? Should I go long? And I tell them, no. Wait. So I want you to see how it works. So here's the short, 47, pop at the open. Because you always have to anticipate for solar will pop at the open. It's just what it does. And then I look for just a downside move. And here is the initial 46.75. And then it ended up pulling all the way down and filling that gap. It was a wonderful trade. Let's move on to another one. Dollar General. Dollar General. Most of your chat rooms out there in today's world will not play Dollar General. It's just not what they do. I mean, they have no idea how Dollar General even trades. They don't even know why it gaps up or gaps down. They don't play analyst calls or earnings. Guess what? This is what we do every single day. All right? And so what I look for on Dollar General is, one thing that a lot of you don't know is investors love Dollar General, especially during the holidays. But DG offered a little bit light on their guidance, and so the stock was gapping down. It had closed, I believe, at $112 a share. Well, you got a lot of shorts in here. So the first thing that was going to happen at the open, regardless of what the earnings were this morning, it was going to pop and fill some of that gap. I anticipate that before it sells off. All right, that's the first thing I look for, is a pop at the open, a decent pop, and have a run, even in pre-market. I'm long the stock. But here's the key. You're in the world's greatest chat room in the world. There's nobody can compete with us, okay? So as I'm looking at this, I made a decision before the market even opened that the stock would hit 108, 109 before it stopped, and then it would go ahead and sell off. So I want you to take a look at the right, how I wrote it up on Dollar General. Stock was gapping down. I got that. All right, light on guidance. But I want the stock to go to 108 first. Then, after the conference call is done, that was coming up, wait for the call to finish, and then fade the stock down 4 to 5 points. Okay, so that means that the stock is going to go 104, 108, and come down 5 points, which is what? 103. So let's see how it works. Are you ready? Ding, 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 ding. Market opens. Guess what? Stock moves all the way up to what? I'm sorry. What did I say? 108. There's 108. See how it topped off? Now, I didn't throw darts here. This is 15 years of trading. All right? You have to trust my judgment when you walk in this room. If you don't trust it, then you lose. There's my judgment. 108. Now, I said 5 points to the downside. Are you ready? 107, 106, 105, 104, 103. How many points is that? Can somebody add that for me? 5. I'm done with it. Next. 108, 103 cover. Is it that hard? Did your room even come close to this? Can they? No. They wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. And you know what? You should ask them. How come we didn't play DJ yesterday? Ooh. Instead of saying, because I don't know how to play it. It's easier that way. All right, I'm going to show you another one. Let me give you... I'll give you WM. WM. Okay. This was a beauty. First thing you got to notice is scalping up. Right? Great, I got it. Now, what's the second question to yourself? Why is it gapping up? Well, let's find out. Let's go to my scan. Why is WM gapping up? Oh, geez. Maybe Goldman gave it an upgrade. Oh, okay. Well, what do? I don't know. Short the stock? Why? It's got an upgrade. Short the stock. Don't argue with me. Short the stock. Okay? 15 years of trading. We've been trading Goldman for at least 7 years. We know how their trades work, right? You get that taught in the room. There's only one play. You don't long the stock. You short the stock. You get the gap up, let it pop out of the gate, and flush it back down, and take it back down full gap, if not under. So let's do it. It will never go up until a gap fills first. This is the way it works. So here's yesterday's close. So here's your stock. You're gapping up. I took short 95.20. Gave it room to add at the open towards 96. Scale in. Take it down to what? I'm sorry. 93 and under. Fill the gap. Stock hit 92.80. All you're doing is gap filling. Right? That was WM. And I'm going to give you there's so many plays that we do. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you Restoration Hardware because a lot of you won't believe this call. And I understand. You're in a pathetic room. I wouldn't believe it either. But Restoration Hardware was up 22 points. Great earnings, blowout guidance. You name it, they had it. They did it. They came out strong. Problem is, the float's tiny. The problem is, it's up too much. So one thing you have to understand about these stocks, you cannot be afraid of them. A lot of people are intimidated by stocks. You know that in our industry, especially day traders? I don't want to trade that. Oh, that moves too quickly for me. That's called intimidation. Okay? I'm not intimidated by any stock. Okay? If I don't like it, I just don't trade it. But I'm not intimidated by it. Okay? Restoration Hardware challenges me on every earnings. That's when I look at. When I look at Restoration Hardware, I won't trade it at all for 3 months, unless there's some reason for me to. But when it comes to earnings and they do blowouts, that's when I step up to the plate, become AJ Trader. And so what I did on this particular one is I told everyone, the stock will pop at the open. I anticipate a move to almost 150 on it, at least 148 to the 150 move. Once it starts topping off in those areas, the stock will fade off to $135. Okay? So I want you to take a look at the notes. All right, Restoration Hard, our number 10 pick in the room. I would love to see a short squeeze right at the open. Closer course towards 150, spot on, lean into it short, and take the stock down. These are my areas, 135 to 138. If it yanks at the open, great. Look for these areas and then go long. This will be tricky, but I'm banking on the pop and the gap fill fade to 135, 138. Traders, there's no fibs in this, EMAs, trend lines, okay? There's no VWAPs, all right? There's no 30-day EMA on the head and shoulders. All right, this is pure AJ Trader 7. This is what I do. Okay? I eliminate those lines and focus what the stock's going to do. You can apply your own lines to it once I show you the breakouts of what it's going to do. But the bottom line is this stock is going to 135 and under. I want you to see it. Ready? Ding, 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 ding. Here's the gap up. Here's the push out of the gate. As you notice, it hit 148 right there. I had room to 150, as you can tell. Scale in short. Now let's take it down. Let's take it down. There's 138. Hey, I'm not done. And there's 135. You're done for the day. One trade, one execution, one short, 200 shares. All right. 12 points, $2,500. And one last notable. We have great moderators in here. I mean, I'm talking some of the best in the world. And these are leaders. These are people that you're going to see down the road, probably running their own rooms, doing their own things. They have followers. They have people that respect them. I respect them. And they're in this room. Okay, that's why I'm called the Bill Parcells of day trading. All right, how many rooms have come here? We all know. All right, but I'll show you just one call from a great moderator in here. Out of the hundreds of calls they give out, this one stood out. Like there was no tomorrow. A gentleman, fire trader, and his name is Brad. And if you don't follow him, you should. And I will show you his Twitter feed. He is an incredible person. He never quotes anything on Twitter. It's not what he does. He keeps all of his calls for the room, which I love and respect. But I want you to take notice of him. If you're not following him, you should, because he's an amazing trader. His name is Brad Norman. I'm honored every day he comes in the room. Today, he decided to take Sky. All right. So he gave us this stock called Sky, and he took it short. He told the entire room what he was doing, and he was taking it around 21, I think, in the 21.60, 21.7, pretty much right at the open, and he covered right here around 19. Stock went lower, but I can't tell you what a beautiful trade that was. What a beautiful trade. Everyone had the same opportunity. This is no different than me giving RVNC. It's just the opposite side. If you take RVNC, it's just the same trade. It's the same trade, except opposite way. Same percentage of points. One to the downside, one to the upside. What an incredible call. And that's one thing I like about Brad is he finds different trades out there that contribute to the room. And he takes some on our list, which a lot of the mods do, and then they have their own stuff. And it's an honor to trade with him. So make a note. This was Brad in the room. All right. So I want to thank you for joining us today on today's webinar. I had a lot of fun. And you know what? It doesn't matter if the market's up 1,000 points or down 2,000 points. We're going to trade it. We're not afraid of it. We're not scared of it. And neither should you the minute you walk in. Don't forget to take a look at our Twitter feed. And also, don't forget the fact that our Christmas special for the year, as you can see right here, just click it. It's an annual. You end up paying for the room pretty much only $2.50 a day. And it's on my pinned tweet. And you get to pick any of the following scans: trade ideas, briefing, newsware, Benzanga, equity feed, or trade the news. I will pay for any of those. If you also want an additional chat room that you want on the side, I will pay for one full year up to $90 a month. Okay, so your net effect in the room is only going to be $75 a month for a whole year, or $2.50 a day. And you know I can make you $2.50 a day. So the cost of a click of a trade. Okay. Thank you so much. I look forward to trading with you on Thursday. We are off tomorrow. Enjoy the video, study it, love it, live it, and Wednesday we're going to kill it. All right. Thank you so much, and I will see you all on Thursday morning. Take care.